This is Support is Sexy, episode 460, and today we're going to talk about being unapologetically ambitious. Welcome to Support is Sexy. I'm your host, Elayne Fluker, entrepreneur, author, and founder of Chic Rebellion Media. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I bring you inspiring women entrepreneurs who share their wins and lessons to help you take your business to the next level. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I'm excited to have you here. You know, it just would not be the same without you. And I want to talk to you today about a conversation that has come up maybe, I don't know how many times, but several times over the past 2 weeks. And, you know, 2 weeks for me means about 20 interviews with all of these fabulous women entrepreneurs from all around the world. It's tiring, but I love it, love it, love it. And what I love that has been coming up as part of the conversation recently, especially in my conversation with Elayne, who is the CEO and founder of Pencil or Ink. Her episode is right before this one, so make sure you go back and listen. That was episode 459, right? This is 460. That would be 459. Make sure you go back and listen. But something that Elayne said, and many women after her, and even a few before her, have mentioned in their own way, is this idea of women being unapologetically ambitious. And the stories that women have shared, including Elayne, were times when their ambition was they were almost shamed for having ambition or told that they were too confident. Or I've been in the situation too in different jobs working with men as bosses who have thought you were too smart for your own good or showing off in some way. There are a lot of different ways these little aggressions, microaggressions come up against women, right? About how you're being too smart or showing off or too confident and all of these things to make you feel some kind of way about your ambition. I want us to embrace our ambition unapologetically. I think too, for me as a woman, as a single woman with no children, I've come up against this. I think too, and let me know if you think this is right, for women who are moms especially, come up against this idea that you're not supposed to be ambitious or career focused or worried about your business if you have children, as if you don't have the capacity to do both. You can give birth to children, but you don't have the capacity to care about your children and something else, right? So no matter what stage of life you're in, no matter what kind of life you're living, you might have experienced coming up against something where, and it might not even be bosses or men, it might be women in your life, women in your family. I know women that I've talked to, women in the Support is Sexy Mastermind, who say even their closest friends don't understand them and make them feel ashamed cause them to feel ashamed in some way about their ambition, especially for being an entrepreneur, as opposed to keeping that quote unquote good job or going after a good job or whatever it looks like. Again, it looks a lot of different ways. Hopefully none of this is resonating with you and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody supports me. But if you are a woman who is listening to this and you've come up against this in one way or another, whether it's overt or not, I want you to know in this moment, listen to me, you have to be unapologetically ambitious. Don't worry about what everyone else thinks. Don't worry about what everyone else says. That vision that you have was not given to them. It was given to you because it's your vision. It is for you to put in action. It is for you to understand. It is for you to grow into. Maybe you don't have all the answers, which is why some women like Sarah Blakely, mentor in my head, who's a founder of Spanx, said when she first started Spanx and had the idea, she didn't share it with anyone because it was like a newborn baby. So precious, so new. She was still learning about it and figuring it out. And she didn't want to share it with anyone, including the people that she loved, because she didn't want them to, in any way, I'm sure, make her feel like she was crazy for doing this. And here's the thing, I wonder if you can agree with this. Most of the times you already feel crazy enough, right? You already think you're crazy. You're already trying to understand why you have this burning passion to do this thing that maybe no one else in your family has done before. Maybe no one else in your life. Maybe right now you don't have the resources. That happens too, right? Our vision is bigger than our resources, as Janelle Langford, who is a mastermind coach in the Support is Sexy Mastermind. Make sure you go to supportisexymastermind.com to check that out. Fantastic seminars and workshops in there. Janelle Langford, author of How to Make Glitter, was one of our coaches. And she said, and it resonated with me, your vision does not always match your resources. Often your vision is bigger than your resources. So when that's the case, you might feel kind of crazy, and it is easy for people to, in some way, shift you into this space where you feel, again, apologetic about your ambition. And apologetic doesn't mean necessarily that you're just saying, I'm sorry for being ambitious. It doesn't come out like that. But you might find yourself playing small in spaces when you really want to go big. You might find yourself shying away from the spotlight when you really want to step into that light. You really feel ready, or not even ready. You really feel like you want to, even if you're not fully ready. You just feel like that's where you're meant to be. So I'm very passionate about this. You'll hear me saying it even more. You'll hear me incorporating it into a lot of the things that I write, and I've already started doing that. And I just love this idea of really, especially for me, supporting women in being unapologetically ambitious. This doesn't mean you're all about your career. This doesn't mean you're all about your business. Or maybe this is a phase where you are all about your career, all about your business. That's okay too. It is up to you. This is your life. You only get one. This is your vision. It is given to you for a reason. So whatever it looks like, that is up to you. Be unapologetic about it. Again, apologetic does not mean that you're apologizing, but it could mean that you're holding yourself back from a dream that is meant for you, from a world that is waiting for you to do that thing. So let's embrace the idea of being unapologetically ambitious. Go for it. Go after it. Get some support. You know, I'm all about it, right? Get some support. This doesn't mean you have to do it alone. In fact, some of the language that I incorporated into all of my messaging now is teaching unapologetically ambitious women how to get over I got it syndrome. More on that later. Being unapologetic doesn't mean you have to do it alone, but it does mean that you're going after this dream, you're enrolling others in your vision, and you're all about moving forward, learning as you go, and having an impact. Again, the world is waiting for you. So be unapologetically ambitious. Whenever you're listening to this, I hope this inspires you in this moment to take action, take that first step, that thing that you've been thinking about doing forever, whether you're already into your business or you're just thinking about a business or you have an idea. Take that first step. Be unapologetic about it. Don't ask anybody for permission. Just go for it. It's going to work out however it's supposed to work out. So you might as well go for it. All right. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you. We have some great interviews coming up for you after this episode. Usually I say next week, week after, etc. But I don't know when you're listening to this. So know that some great interviews are coming up for you. Great conversations about this idea of being unapologetically ambitious, about negotiating, just a lot of great, really rich conversations that I'm super excited about. I thank you for being here. As I always say, would not be the same without you. Now, until we chat again, go out there, be unapologetically ambitious, and always remember that you deserve support. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.